So over the past 80-something days, I've completed the internet's hardest mental and physical fitness challenge there is, the 75 Hard Challenge. 2 workouts every single day, tracked every single meal, all while working full-time as a nurse, 40 hours a week, and trying to build on the side. During this, I lost over 7 pounds of pure fat, and I actually gained just a little bit of muscle. But if I'm being completely honest, it didn't go as expected. So this isn't the big transformation reveal yet. It's not the big documentary that's coming later this year because there's still work to be done. But this is the honest truth of what 75 Hard actually does to your life and why I'm genuinely begging you to try it for yourself. And I'll even show you some behind the scenes of what a day in the life is like, answer your questions, and give you tips to be successful at the end. To help you out, we're going to talk about tips for success, but I'm also, get this, Aly.
Let me hear it.
Come here for the video. You just do.
I just got swole.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bro is huge.
Massive.
So in this video, we're going to talk about the neuroscience of behavior change, the psychology of struggle, right? Because what does 75 Hard do? It gives you the systems to make it happen. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that. I concur.
Do you think you saw a change in me through this challenge?
Big time.
Actually?
Big time. I think
what?
optimism levels skyrocketed. That was the biggest change.
Fist my bump. And what else?
Your discipline was fabulous.
I always had discipline, but I didn't.
I thought it
I
just
didn't
showed
waver
through.
at all. Yeah, I
No,
didn't.
I thought it just.
I stuck to my.
You stuck to it.
every day.
Yeah.
Do you think people should do this?
Oh, it's life-changing. I think everyone should give it a shot. The biggest thing that you learn is that you get out what you put in.
Put in.
Don't make it dirty.
Alright, if you don't know what it is, the rules are incredibly simple. 2 45-minute workouts a day, and 1 has to be outside. You follow a diet and track your macros. Absolutely no alcohol, no cheat meals, drink a gallon of water, and read 10 pages of nonfiction. And you take a progress photo. If you miss one day, you have to start over again. So why did I even put myself through this? Well, I felt like I was already trying to work out. I was trying to do all the right things. Wasn't seeing the results that I wanted to. I was out of shape, frankly. I was, fat. I was trying to do all the right things. I was trying to eat good. I was trying to work out. But it obviously wasn't working because I was still fat. P-H-A-T, fat, man. I had the motivation. It was all there. The problem was I just wasn't seeing results. So I said, what's going to make this happen? I was already waking up early. I was already going to the gym. I was already trying to eat well. I was trying to build on the side of my nursing career as well. I'm working super hard, but nothing's working. It's just not working. On paper, I was doing everything right. You might be in the exact same position. You're trying everything, and you're just not getting the results that you want. You're not lazy. You're trying to do all this stuff. All the influencers are telling you, do this, do this, do this. And it's hard to keep track of. Really not some discipline problem. It's really a structure problem. Hint, 75 Hard gives you that structure. Chapter 1 is the psychology of behavior change and the neuroscience of struggle. So at the most basic level, people know what they want. They want a six-pack. They want to lose 20 pounds. But just loosely setting these goals and getting derailed. Getting railed. Okay, you're not getting railed. Getting derailed, what we really need to drive is behavior change, and this is done through systems and structure. This is where it really hits inside your brain. 75 Hard is a forced identity switch. Scenario 1, when you're, loosely trying to set these goals, is I'm trying to get healthy, yeah. Scenario 2 is a lot different. I'm somebody who works out twice a day, no matter what. I track my macros, I stick to my diet, no matter what. There's no exceptions, there's no plan B. This is what I do. And the specific length of 75 Hard, 75 Hard, that's long. Okay, that date is actually very important. The amount of time is very important. There's this fun little myth that it takes 21 days to change a habit. That's not true. Research shows that it takes around 66 days to make a new automatic habit. It makes sense. Around 60 days was the point where I'm not even thinking about this anymore. Now I wake up in the morning, I just go do my workout. It's just second nature to me. It is now an automatic habit. By the way, I made a super easy tracker that you can just check off everything that you're supposed to complete every day for 75 hard. So if you want that, just download it below. It'll be the first link in the description. And the rule of having no compromises is very, very crucial. When you have a plan B in your head and you're a little bit tired, you're going to default to that. So you would need to have no plan B. Burn the boats behind you. There's no plan B. You have to do the workouts. You have to do what you said you would do to complete the challenge. This really eliminates the I'll start on Monday or I'll start tomorrow. And it also eliminates decision fatigue. Today you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work out in the morning, and you set your clothes out. You're like, yeah, this would be great. You wake up in the morning and you're a little bit tired. Like, I don't really want to work out. I don't really have enough time anymore before work, blah, blah, blah. And you end up not working out. And you'll say, oh, tomorrow. And it always gets pushed off. So 75 hard takes away from that decision fatigue because there is no decision to be made. You have to go. The only decision you can make when you do the workout, what time, but you have to do it at some point. And when you eliminate decision fatigue, it also frees your brain up for other cognitive load stuff. I actually found it was easier to work on the other things that I actually cared about, and it freed up actually more mental energy than I had prior, which I was worried about with 75 hard. I'm like, this is a lot of work. It had the opposite effect of what I was expecting. And on the topic of the neuroscience of struggle, your brain restructures itself when you consistently do hard things that you don't want to. What if you do hard things that you do want to? Well, anyways, the anterior midcingulate cortex, part of your brain, everyone knows about it now because of Andrew Huberman. It's the brain region that grows when you choose to something difficult voluntarily. This area is big in superagers, so basically people who stay mentally sharp into their 80s and 90s. They're the ones who are, getting Wordle and kicking everybody's ass, getting in 2 guesses or something crazy. They're the ones doing the crosswords up until they're 90. These people. They're the ones who got through hard shit. This is also larger in athletes and people who describe themselves as persistent. And the key word here is voluntarily going through hard work. So you have to push yourself beyond your limits a little bit. But this is why the first couple weeks of 75 hard generally are probably the hardest, because your brain is trying to wrap itself around this new concept that's super novel to it. It's not making a lot of sense. You're like, why the hell are you doing this? It's also trying to conserve energy and return to its old habits. It's like, no, dude, I don't like this. So your brain might try to tell you to stop, to shut down. But just get past this, because after around 3 to 4 weeks, you start to form new neural connections. New neural pathways are forming in your brain. So now the thing that was once hard for you becomes automatic. Serotonin also increases when you have a lot of vigorous exercise, and that helps improve impulse control, mood, focus. What you'll find is everything is so interconnected. The deeper that you go into this, the better you get at saying no to food at work, to saying no to chocolates at work. It's funny because a lot of my coworkers, they're always like, oh, Jay eats healthy, he won't eat that. They don't even ask me anymore. And it's kind of funny. It's like this, there's just this whole identity where they don't even go about asking me. They already know my answer. And it becomes so easy when this is now your new expectation. It's so hard to explain until you go through it.
Come on, it's go time. Come on, it's your time.
So just last week, I did my DEXA scan, and when I got it, at first, I was partially disappointed. There was positive though. Overall, I lost 7 pounds of pure fat, and I actually gained just a little bit of muscle. So this is great. This means I'm scientifically burning fat at a good rate, at a sustainable rate, and keeping all my muscle, which is huge. That was one thing I really wanted to do, is try to keep muscle. Why it was disappointing is I had more than that to lose, and that's why this is like a update video. It's not the full transformation video. I'm just gonna keep pushing. 7 pounds is a win, but the biggest win of this was the formation of new habits. I think what the DEXA kind of showed me was that my training was okay. Like, my training was good. I preserved muscle. My nutrition wasn't quite as locked, and I could see this on the scale too. There's days where I was, just felt like I was stuck. I had multiple days in a row. I was like, why isn't the scale moving? And yes, I should adjust. Sneaky calories just come in there. Another thing that affected my nutrition and my weight loss was probably the fact that I was continuously trying new protein recipes, having a lot of variability. It's just harder to track accurately. A lot of studies show that the more consistent the same meals are, repetitive, similar meals are, the better the results. So now I'm doing a new experiment that I'm gonna make a video about, but I think you'll find it super interesting. So that's why part 2 is essentially gas pedal. I'm currently testing the world's scientifically perfect diet for me. Every single meal is weighed and tracked. I'm tracking everything to make sure that nutrition is absolutely locked. In part 2, I'm also switching out my workouts a ton. We're gonna be focusing, it's a big change, but it's gonna work a lot better for me, for sports performance, just overall. One of the hardest parts of 75 Hard is I work full-time as a registered nurse. I'm busy, okay? I'm trying to maintain a life outside of that. I'm trying to work on these videos and create other stuff on the side, build on the side. When my time, especially on the weekdays, is mostly taken up with work, getting ready for work, cleaning, cooking, you know, it becomes a lot, right? It becomes a lot. And I know you probably are in the same boat. If you do this, it's gonna be a big commitment. Some days after work, I would get home and just be absolutely toast. Like, I didn't want to work out. No, I didn't want to do it. This is the part that's so important, is you build the habit of going no matter what. And the truth is, the hardest part about challenges like this is the results, you know, don't happen right when you want them to. You're laying the foundation for future you and years to come when you build these habits now. So you have to be very long-term thinking. You have to see yourself not even at the end of this 75 days, which is great. That's a good thing to think of too. But think of yourself in 5 to 10 years now that you built these habits again and that you are consistent with working out. Because if you're not consistent with working out right now, where do you think that's going to lead you? There's a good chance that you're just going to end up a little bit more overweight, a little bit slower than you want to be. You're not going to be able to hang out with your kids, play ball in the yard with the kids, with the bros.
You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older.
So I promised earlier I would take you through a day in my life during this 75 Hard Challenge. I typically wake up between 4:30 to 5, sometimes 5:30. That's a big sleep in for me. Use the bathroom, whatever. Good morning. It's 5 a.m., which is when I normally wake up. Got up, weighed myself, brushed the teethers. Now it's time for some coffee, watch some YouTube videos or podcasts, and then we'll go for a morning walk and then start getting ready for work. And then I enjoy some coffee. I'm a big fan of coffee. I don't scientifically time it. And then I work for maybe 15-20 minutes if I can, if I have time for it. Then I'll go for my morning walk or do the workout in the morning. I tend to prefer walking in the morning because it just seems to get my mind right. I just am way more in the mood to walk than I am to do like a hard lift or something. Then, you know, I gotta get ready for work. It takes time to get ready for work, to shower, shave, whatever. Gotta commute to work. I live pretty close to my work, which is good, so it's not a long commute. I've now switched to trying to eat earlier in the day, so I am eating breakfast before work. That's weird for me. I've always been a late in the morning first meal person. Then I work as a nurse, okay? I'm rooming and seeing patients, talking to patients, triaging patients, whatever. So we just found out that we're actually moving to 10-hour shifts, and I am so excited. That means I'm gonna work 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts. I'm lucky enough to get Mondays off, so I'm gonna have a 3-day weekend. Now, my shift times are 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Prior to this, I was working Monday through Friday, working 8 a.m. to 4:30. What that means is my workouts are going to be a little bit tough on those 10-hour shift days. So I'm going to work around that. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to do a lot of meal prep so I can bring a lot of my meals to work and so I can get my workouts in. Try to be as consistent as possible. I'm excited for the 10-hour shift change. I think it'll be good for productivity and even health-wise. I think I can, you know, if I meal prep correctly and eat all my meals at work, it can go smoothly as long as I stay on top of things. So that's the plan moving forward. Every day at work, I'll bring coffee. I drink bone broth sometimes. I drink a lot of sparkling water. So much sparkling water. And every single day for work, I prep the food. There was only 2 days where I didn't bring food. And then I got high protein chicken salad from Chipotle. While at work, working a kind of stressful job at times, I really focused on making sure that nothing stressed me out. As a man, we kind of have an advantage because testosterone actually keeps you calm under pressure, despite what people think. Higher testosterone keeps you calm. I'm done with work around 4:30. I usually get home around 4:45, 4:50. I would get ready for my second workout. I've tried to actually shift my eating window, because this is scientifically better, to earlier in the day. So I'm trying to eat right after work. I'll do my workout, shower up again, and then whatever time I have remaining before I go to bed, I try to work. And it's usually like an hour of time. During the week, I get, maybe an hour and a half of work done outside of everything else. It's not much to work with. Some days I get none, honestly. Once in a while at night when my brain shuts off, I'll watch a little bit of a show with Aly, maybe 30 minutes before I'm falling asleep, and do it all again the next day. On the weekends, this is where a lot of my work gets done. I'll wake up super early. I try to work on these videos like anytime I can. I work out. So basically my weekends are gas pedal, trying to get everything done, trying to run errands, you know, I have to get groceries, have to do stuff like that too. And I try to do something athletic outdoors, like play basketball, beach volleyball, whatever, especially on the weekends, because that's what I love to do.
I'm begging you to put your loving hand out, baby.
Look, I know there is 1,000 things that people are telling you to do that's going to absolutely change your life. And I get it. Like, I always feel like, oh my gosh, I got to be doing all these things. We want to overcomplicate it. It's really not that complicated. And that's why I'm begging you to do the 75 hard challenge. I'm sincerely begging you from the bottom of my heart. I think this is the one challenge that can actually really, really change your behavior. It'll change your brain and it changes your body. It'll get you in whatever direction you're trying to go. And then gas pedal it. It's just a season of your life. You're going to have to say no to friends, to people. But that is what needs to happen to inspire change. It's just the best structure where you stop negotiating and you just do it.
Hey yourself, you know it's a must. Gonna have a friend in Jesus.
Start into our cycle. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna answer some of the most asked questions. What would you change if you started over? I would probably structure my workouts better. That's hard to know until you like, kind of trial and error things. I was thinking when I started that by starting with 6 days a week that were like more focus lifts, that it would give me more, you know, repetition, like constantly in the gym might be better. That just ended up being worse. Didn't really like that. So instead, my new routine is 3 days a week, full body, sports specific. And those other days are like different type of workouts. What were your actual results and were you happy with them? Like I said, I lost 7 pounds of fat. I maintained my muscle mass. I feel a lot better. And the biggest thing is the psychology, the neuroscience stuff. I feel like a new man. So I'm super happy with that. Now, I know I have a lot of work to do yet. So, you know, happy but not satisfied. When do you sleep? Like seriously, when? Well, I average around 7 hours of sleep a night. I probably could get more. I wish I had a little bit more time to sleep in. But I'm just so consistent with my sleep. I go to bed at the same time like every night. I'm just a very consistent sleeper. I have been for a while, but even more so now that I focus on 75 hard so much. Do you have to go hard in the gym or does walking count? Yeah. I didn't go that hard in the gym, to be honest. I had my sessions where I would work out hard, but some of them were kind of throwaways. Like I did some work, but I wasn't feeling very strong, so I didn't get a lot done. Walking definitely counts. Most Americans only get like 3,000 steps a day. So walking counts. It'll get you above 10K. What's the one thing you'd tell someone before starting? Just start now. The other thing I'd say is, if possible, get your workouts done earlier in the day so that you don't save them for the nighttime. I'd also say try to recruit friends to do it with you, other people to hold you accountable. Maybe it's your spouse, partner. Maybe it's one of your best friends. Try to recruit people to do it with you and hold you accountable. Other tips for success, I'd say that walking is a cheat code for life and your health. So walk, hike, run, play sports outside. There's a lot of things you can do for the outdoor workouts. Make it fun, make it enjoyable. Pickleball, there's a lot of fun things you can do outside. Make it something active and fun and with other people, because community helps a lot. Meal prepping and batching. A lot of my Sundays I would spend trying to quickly throw together a meal prep. Sometimes I do that at night too, but like I talked about, my days are super busy, so it's super important. Gallon of water. This one I kind of loosely followed. I've never had a problem drinking enough fluids. I drink a lot of water. I love this Awala bottle. This is literally the best bottle ever. I hate to say it, like these are a hyped up item. You don't need to buy a new water bottle if you have a working one, but if you are in need of one, this guy is awesome. I'm a big fan of sparkling water. It's just so much better to me. I love taking a cold sparkling water out of the freezer. I sound like an alcoholic, but for sparkling waters. I'd say one thing that people struggle with a lot, I don't struggle with this, but I know a lot of people do, is getting to bed on time. Get your ass to bed. A helpful thing is to set an alarm on your phone, your bedtime. So if you want to go to bed by 9 p.m., set an alarm on your phone for 9 p.m. Use things like app blockers. There's things like Opal. I know there's other ones. but block apps on your phone that are going to distract you and take time from your day. One thing I wanted to mention too is I know people are going to say that I don't have time because I have kids. I get that. This could be hard to do with children. One of my biggest suggestions would be try to get your kids involved. Bring them with you on a walk, have them ride your bike while you run, take them on the stroller. You know, there's a lot of things they can do. Your gym session, you can do it at home lifting weights and they can be playing, doing their thing. I get that that's not easy. I can't wait to have kids one day. Hopefully, I want to try to involve them into my workouts and stuff too. Children a lot of times adopt the habits of their parents. So if you give them good habits, if you show them what you should be doing with your time, a lot of times they follow suit. I got it's easier said than done, and I don't have kids yet, so I can't really speak on the topic. But ideal world, try to involve them any way you can. You can even play sports with your kids. Kids are a little older, go play basketball with them in the yard, go play football. It can be a bonding time for you guys. Get your kid better at sports if that's one of their goals. It's pretty cool. I'd also say try to make sure you take progress photos. There was times I slacked on that a little bit, but take the progress photos. Expect yourself to want to quit around week 2, week 3. That's the normal thing like I talked about earlier. You have to form those neural connections. Your body's going to try to tell you no. Your motivation is going to start to dip at around 2 to 3 weeks. So you have to get past that point. Get through the first month, and then after that, your neural connections are starting to form, starting to build those habits. I'd also say try to batch habits like me right now. I'm trying to film this video while I'm cycling. I got this bike so that I could work out and also edit videos at the same time. Walking pads and a desk, that's a great one. If you work from home, get a standing desk and a walking pad. Yeah, if you can do 2 things at once, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. By the way, don't kill jaybirds. Jaybirds are special. Let me know if you have questions. It's hot in here right now. Sun's beating in. It's like a little sauna right now. Also subscribe, please.
Let the sky fall.